welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing with you the ultimate Thanksgiving feast on a budget for your quarantine Thanksgiving. Now there's been lots of talk about lockdown again over the holidays, so I just wanted to really motivate you guys to not give up till the holiday season, inspire you guys to continue to cook for your families. Now it is just me, my husband, and my daughter, so I am cooking a small little feast here, but this is on a budget. This is easy and so amazing. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you're interested in what I'm making for my family for Thanksgiving, then keep on watching.
Nowhere to find, I'm standing right here. I know that I told you we're over. I swear that I'm sober. Just listen, I miss you.
Alright guys, we are just going to jump right in today, and I am doing this the night before the feast, so I try to do as many steps as I can the night before or beforehand at all, so that I'm not spending the entire Thanksgiving day in the kitchen. I'm sure you guys feel the same. So I'm going to start off with making the cranberry sauce along with the pumpkin pies that I'm making, which are no bake and super easy. So I'm first rinsing and draining my cranberries, putting them over a skillet with some orange juice. I used like 3 cuties. You can use half a regular orange though, but the cuties are just what we had on hand. And I pour a little bit of cranberry sauce and a whole cup of sugar. I like mine a little bit more tart than sweet, so I actually don't use a full cup of sugar. I just use a little bit less than, but I let it cook, let it boil just for a second until the cranberries pop, and then I let it cool down and I put it in the fridge to set. And this is my favorite cranberry sauce I've ever had. It is so delicious and so easy, and people think that it's like super hard to make, but it's not. It's one of the easiest side dishes to make. You guys will have to let me know in the comments below if you eat cranberry sauce with your turkey. I personally like it right on my white meat turkey. I think it is so amazing. The tart and the sweetness just balance out the meatiness, and oh my gosh, it's my favorite thing. So you guys will have to let me know in the comments below. Do you eat cranberry sauce with your turkey, or do you eat it by itself, or do you not like cranberry sauce? I know some people don't like it because of the texture, so I just had to ask. Moving on to the pumpkin pie, like I said, this is still the night before. I just have a can of pumpkin. I use about a cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of pumpkin pie spice, I like a lot in ours, and 2 cups of whipped cream, and a whole 8-ounce package of cream cheese. I just bought the container of the pre-whipped cream cheese to make my life easier because I do not have a blender still, and I do not know why I need to get one. It's just kind of ridiculous at this point, but I don't mind whisking with my hand, so that's what I'm doing here. Basically just whisk it all together. I add a little bit vanilla in mine too, and then I put them in the pie crust and leave them in the fridge for 4 to 6 hours to set, and they are so amazing. You can make your own pie crust. I just bought the store-bought mini ones this time because I thought they were perfect for the quarantine vibes going on, so that we're not all sharing from the same pie. It is just my family, so it doesn't matter if we were, but I just wanted to give that idea out there. And I actually took some butter and cinnamon, honey, and I think brown sugar, and I melted it all together, and I coated these store-bought pies with that, and it was so good on there. So I recommend doing that if you're using a store-bought pie, just to, you know, vamp it up a little bit and make it a little more bougie if you're not doing homemade.
Never really been the one who's worried, always been the one who's keeping it cool, the kind of guy who chill while others hurry. I didn't know that I've been the fool. I've been telling lies about something real, but I know love is based on honesty. Kept thinking how real love should feel, knowing that it's...
So it is the next day now. I am starting off with the green beans because these take longest to cook in my opinion. I like mine super done, so I gave them a good wash and trim the ends, and then I'm going to cut up a few pieces of bacon and put that on the skillet and get that cooking with half a diced onion and a whopping tablespoon of garlic because I put garlic in everything and it just makes everything so much better. So I'm going to get that cooking.
About myself and myself only. I've been like that since I was a kid. I've always put my feet wherever I want to. Before I saw who I am from.
So while my bacon and onion are marrying together and getting a little bit of flavor ahead for the green beans, I am just chopping up a crispy piece of toast. I have 2 pieces here. I just like to make my own breadcrumbs. I seasoned it, the back of the toast, with some Italian seasoning, and I'm just chopping them up, putting them in here, and then I add in a little bit of milk to let them soak in some milk. I am going to be making meatballs, so I like to add a little bit of wet breadcrumbs and let them sit. Now it is time to put my green beans in and add some chicken stock. I like cooking my green beans in chicken stock because holy mamma jamma, it is so amazing and so good. So I'm letting that simmer and get all the steams going. I put the lid on so that they can kind of steam. Now I'm taking my turkey in with my breadcrumbs, and if this part grosses you out, you'll have to like skip ahead a little bit. But I went in with my wedding ring and forgot that I had it on. But I'm just going to be mixing them all together. I add in some ground beef along with some onions. Let's see, I chop up like half a bunch of parsley. This is like the key to these meatballs. Parsley is so good in meatballs. You need a ton of it, and so I like to chop up half a bunch and then put it in the meatballs, mix it all together. I only use 1 egg. Even though I have 2 pounds of meat here, I'm only using 1 egg because I do not like my meatballs to get like soggy, and I feel like more than 1 egg, it just gets kind of gross. I add in some Parmesan cheese. I add in tons of paprika, Italian seasoning, onion powder, and garlic salt, and some pepper as well.
Now that I'm looking back, I can see all the signs I tried to fill in the cracks that were spread in my mind, but I was all out of hope, lost in an endless maze. The emptiness had afforded just like a void, but you broke the coldness somehow.
So now I'm gonna line a baking sheet with foil and roll my meatballs up. I like them to be super huge, like quite a bit bigger than golf ball size. It is just my thing. I love large meatballs, and they always seem to be cooked perfectly when they're bigger. I tend to overcook them if I make them any smaller than this, so I put them in the oven at about 375 or about 350 for a regular oven. I am using my toaster oven, so I tend to cook things a little bit hotter in there. But now I am just making my roux for my sauce or my gravy, and I am making a chicken gravy today. I wanted to make a turkey gravy, but my store was out of turkey stock, so I'm just doing the chicken stock today. So I am melting some butter, sprinkling in some flour. I don't use any measurements for this. I just go with my gut, and it always turns out just fine. And I am whisking the roux to make sure that it does not burn. And when I feel like everything is married together perfectly, I go ahead and pour in my chicken stock until I've almost filled the pan, and then I let it simmer and get really hot for a few minutes before turning down the heat to let it thicken. So now I just seasoned it with some Italian seasoning, garlic, salt, and pepper. And I didn't show the clip for some reason. I don't know where the clip is, but I put a large tablespoon of sour cream in this gravy, and that just makes it, oh my gosh, amazing. I put sour cream in anything I can, so you should definitely try that next time you make any gravy, beef, chicken, turkey, whatever kind of gravy you're making, I highly recommend adding sour cream to it, or Greek yogurt if you're not a sour cream fan. But now I am just cutting up my potatoes. I have them peeled and washed here. I'm going to be making some mashed potatoes now that my green beans are finally cooked all the way through. My meatballs are still in the oven, so we are making a great time today. So I'm just going to throw them in the pot with some chicken stock after I get them all cubed up and let them boil until they are soft through with a fork. My potatoes are boiling and almost done, and my meatballs are fresh out of the oven, so I'm just placing them right here in this gravy. I'm going to take a spoon and spoon over the gravy right on top of the meatballs so that they can soak in and get all that amazing flavor in there. And then I'm going to sprinkle the top with some parsley.
If you want to open your door, I'm feeling kinda lost when your mind is hiding whatever that is choking your chest.
Now that my mashed potatoes are done, I'm going to season them and put in my sour cream, butter, some milk, which I normally do heavy whipping cream instead of milk, but I didn't have any today, so I'm just going to heavily season my mashed potatoes, get everything in there, and then go through them with a masher.
Let it all out of me. Let it all out of me. Oh, I will hold you in the dark, make you forget about what's wrong. Let it all out of me. Let it all out of me. You won't get closer to me.
And that is it, you guys. Everything is done. It smells amazing and tastes even better. This really was so easy. I got the full Thanksgiving experience here in a feast, and I didn't have to mess with the large turkey or spending the entire day in the kitchen. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are returning to my channel, please hit that red subscribe button. It is totally free. Click the bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!
So let it all out of me. Let it all out of me. Oh, I will hold you in the dark, make you forget about what's wrong. Let it all out of me. I can see